Hi, it's here, viewers of Equinoxe Television. Thank you for joining us on this edition of the news today, Monday. We begin right away with our major stories. It is possible for opposition political rallies to take place in Cameroon's major cities without any damage caused on public property. It was seen again recently, that was over the weekend, with the rally, the huge crowd pulling rally or meeting of the Cameroon Renaissance Movement, the CRM political party, in the presence of the President Maurice Kamto in Japoma on the outskirts of Douala. And also in this newscast, some artists in Cameroon are joining their voices to say no to high cost of living in Cameroon. Stay with us for details and more. Welcome back, viewers. We just told you in the headlines that it is really possible for opposition political rallies to take place in Cameroon without any destruction caused on public property or disorder. It was seen over the weekend with the huge crowd pulling rally of the Cameroon Renaissance Movement at the Japoma Stadium, which was presided over by the President himself, Professor Maurice Kamto. Our reporter Immaculate Fogwe tells us more in this write-up.
For years, there has been heightened crackdown on opposition parties by the government as several public meetings and demonstrations were banned. For those who went ahead to carry out peaceful demonstrations, the party members were fired tear gas and others arrested and later detained. The government claims such meetings will lead to the disruption of public peace and order. According to some politicians, this claim from the government has been a tool to frustrate opposition parties. Speaking about the recent Cameroon Renaissance Movement political parties meeting held in the city of Douala, Aristide Mono says opposition party militants are not unruly as insinuated by the government.
Je pense que d'une manière ou d'une autre, c'est une autre raclée.
The fact that the meeting was carried out in a serene environment proves the government wrong, as they always thought such meetings are meant to promote public disorder. This is a clear proof that such meetings should not be banned, but rather the government should accompany them. According to a member of the CPDM party, the government reacts based on the information it gets. If you see the government banning a meeting, then understand that there is a hidden agenda that can cause public disorder. So you think if the government is informed that there is a public demonstration calling on the president to step down from power, they will just fold their hands? They have to ban such a meeting.
Personne n'en parle. Maintenant, quand il y a des manifestations de grande envergure, effectivement, on fait une focale là-dessus.
Cameroon's constitution guarantees freedom of assembly. The Cameroonian law requires organizers to notify local authorities 7 days before demonstration. While freedom of assembly is not absolute and restrictions, including those aimed at protecting public health, are permissible, any of such measures must not only have a legal basis but be strictly necessary and proportionate to achieve the objective and not discriminate against particular groups.
And now some artists and social media influencers are worried about the economic situation of Cameroon, high cost of living they are worried about, and also the Anglophone crisis, which has been going on for over 6 years now and is considered as one of the most neglected crises across the world. Our reporter Lucy Liengu tells us that artists such as Cartino, Daphne have taken to their social media platforms to denounce those ills. Let's now have more in this report.
As the Anglophone crisis continues with all the hardship in the northwest and southwest regions and also price hike in other parts of Cameroon, artists and social media influencers are worried about the situation in the country. Some of them have taken to their social media platforms to decry the high cost of living in Cameroon. One of them, Catherine Edouard, popularly known as Mama Catino, castigates the problems faced by the two English-speaking regions, which, according to her, has made life very difficult.
La vie est devenue chère. Lui qui était à 900 francs.
She also says she is against the increase in the prices of basic commodities, house rent, and others.
J'interpelle tous les artistes à le faire parce que nous avons besoin de la paix.
She calls on her fellow colleagues to join her voice to fight against the crisis, while Noel Kemwe, on her part, questioned what the members of parliament are doing at the National Assembly as prices continue to increase. Instead of looking for a lasting or concrete solution, it should be recalled that Charlotte Dipanda, another prominent female artist in Cameroon, took to her page in May 2020 a message to decry the high cost of living in Cameroon. In same year, another artist, Daphne, on her social media page took a stance that there is no problem between the Francophones and Anglophones, but to her the problem is from the government. The local population is still expecting on the government to look into the crisis plaguing the northwest and the southwest region of Cameroon.
Other artists joined their voices in decrying or denouncing the high cost of living in Cameroon. And now we take you to the Mongo division of the Littoral region, where some newly installed principals of certain schools in the Mongo division have been called upon to fight against juvenile delinquency and also drug consumption. The principals during the installation ceremony say most of the schools in the Mongo division are without fences, exposing the students and also the educational institutions to insecurity. Let's now have more with Glory Mala.
Drug consumption, juvenile delinquency, and indiscipline is becoming a serious problem in school milieu. A growing phenomenon which affects the performance of students. A task which was given to the newly installed principals of the Mongo division to fight this ill.
We have juvenile delinquency, the taking of drugs, addiction. We have addiction in secondary school. All we are trying to do is eradicate this fatality from our school environment.
My new mission in this school is to fight against a student who is indisciplined. Yes, to put them in order.
According to the school authorities, the absence of a fence has enabled the sales of drugs to students by drug dealers.
Le lycée bilingue de Loé est, comme vous le constatez, un établissement.
Government High School Loé, as you can see, is in a rural area. It is without a fence, thus the school is exposed to insecurity. We are often victims of drug dealers from the quarter who enter the school campus to cause trouble.
Nous mettre nous-mêmes, enseignants comme élèves, en insécurité.
Limited teachers in most schools in the Mongo division is another challenge faced by the school authorities, who say they spent huge sums of money to employ PTA teachers. According to them, it is necessary for the government to send in more teachers in order to remedy the problem.
Front, the SDF national leadership is said to be in a move to silence dissenting voices within the party and hand over the party to the ruling political party. This is the view of a political analyst talking on the just ended Social Democratic National Elective Convention, the NEC, which just ended in the nation's political capital, Yaoundé. For me, I'm Strong Sander. Tell us more.
Trahissent la mauvaise intention du chairman.
To political analyst Aristide Mono, the resolutions of the just ended National Executive Committee meeting of the Social Democratic Front SDF party exposes the plans of the national chairman to fully hand over the Social Democratic Front, the SDF party, to the ruling party in Cameroon. He says the resolutions exposes the concubinage between the SDF and the CPDM.
Il faut dire que l'objectif principal de cette assise.
It must be clearly stated that the objective of this meeting was to silence internal voices standing against the party's tendencies of collaborating with the ruling class.
Entretenu par le top management de ce parti, le top management suprême, à savoir le chairman.
Analyzing further, he says Chairman Nijon Frundi and the current SDF leadership wants to do so by silencing SDF party members who continue to advocate for the original SDF.
Il me semble que la dynamique est lancée.
I see that the party has fully adopted the option to completely kick out those militants and supporters who have been resolute in advocating for the original SDF.
Qui refusent toute collaboration avec l'ordre dominant.
Making reference to Article 18 sub 8 of the party's constitution, repeatedly mentioned in the resolutions, Aristide Mono said the SDF leadership wants to expel every party militant standing on its way to sit on the cake table in Yaoundé.
De choses qui trahissent la mauvaise intention du chairman.
The National Executive Committee NEC meeting in Yaoundé was dedicated to the examination of reports from various commissions in charge of the renewal of basic organs of the party. The evaluation of the report of the November 18, 2022 meeting, the examination of reports from the legal department, the auditor's report, and more. The chairman Nigel Frundi also used the occasion to tag the government of Cameroon with a lack of political will to find a lasting solution to the armed conflict in the northwest and southwest regions of the country.
The Anglophone crisis, which has been going on for about 6 years now, is said to be negatively affecting council activities in the northwest and the southwest regions. Revenue collection and project execution are paralyzed, and also development in various municipalities. Our reporter Innocent Azel now pays attention to the Bamenda 3 Council and also the Nkambe Local Council. Let's now have his report.
The proposed and adopted budget of the Bamenda 3 Council for the 2023 financial year stands at over 680 million francs CFA, with a slight increase from that of last year. This budget will be used to provide drinking water in the municipality. Earth Rose starts the present electricity crisis addressed.
We intend to take as priority projects are going to be extending water to a greater part of the population of Bamenda 3, rehabilitate roads like the road from Family Pharmacy through Banja Street to the new road. We intend to tar the road in 2023. That is going to ease traffic, rehabilitate many earth roads across the municipality to encourage movement, and equally some farm to market roads, as well as extension of electricity to Nza village.
When realized, development is expected to speed up. Economic activities witness a boom, and the living conditions of the population ameliorated.
When you send a road to the people, development follows. And when you give water, it is life. We intend to invest on agriculture by supporting our farmers to produce more.
What the municipal councillors regret is the fact that insecurity stemming from the Anglophone crisis paralyzes revenue collection and execution of projects.
We still face security challenges. Our workers cannot conveniently go out to collect revenues because of serious security problems, kidnappings and so on that are going on. So we think that despite the security situation, we should be doing something. We will not fold our arms. We will continue to work hard to see that our budget is attained.
The divisional officer of Bamenda 3, Ayuni Austin, though hails efforts of the mayor and his collaborators, encourages them not to relent efforts to give the municipality a new facelift.
Things fall like ripe bananas before us. I want to congratulate you people for a job well done.
In Nkambe, the 6-year-old armed conflict has also affected the council's activities adversely. This is clearly shown during the 2023 budgetary session, where the council had a 17% decrease, representing 1,038 million francs CFA against 1,250 francs CFA last year, as elaborated by Menfor Musa She. He intends to build schools, markets, supply water, improve hygiene and sanitation, as well as make the Nkambe Council inclusive in 2023. On the part of the Senior Divisional Officer of the Donga Mantung Division, Dr. Quincy Simon, the achievements of the municipality from the fruitful collaboration of the mayor and councillors can only be applauded.
I want to say here that collaboration is one of the keys to successful operations, and it is what is inbuilt within the council administration and the councillors themselves.
He also urged the population he commands to be vigilant and collaborate with security forces for their safety during the end-of-year festivities.
About the negative effects of the Anglophone crisis in the northwest and the southwest regions in Osing village. Osing is a village in the Manu division of the southwest region where the population are complaining that insecurity is said to be on the rise for some time now. Our reporter Immaculate Fogo now takes us to Osing, where they are also in need of other social amenities like good roads.
Osing village in Eyumojok subdivision, Manu division of southwest region, is one of those localities hardest hit by the over 5-year-old armed conflict. Coupled with the high insecurity rate, Osing village for the past 3 years has been without a traditional ruler since the death of General Tato on July 24, 2019. It was within this context that the senior divisional officer of Manu division, accompanied by his close collaborators, braved the odds to participate in the coronation of the new chief, Professor Ako Edward Oben.
So we think that with his presence in his palace, the presence of the new chief, the second chief of Osing in his palace, we are now going to work with the administration, with the population for the development of the village. And for the village to develop, they need first of all to work in good collaboration with the chief. Then the chief work in collaboration with the administration to transmit to the administration the need of the population.
The population equally outlined some of the challenges they have been facing.
Calm down himself and listen to the population of Osing. I know that his academic background is really sound, but then ruling a village like this in a context like today that we find ourselves really warrant him to calm down himself and listen to the population.
The first thing I've seen, the school is still in place. That is a good sign. I can assure them that if the peoples can open the teachers or the head teachers and the peoples can accept to start school, the council is there, is willing, give them didactic materials for a start.
The coronation began with an ecumenical service for peace with traditional displays, among which was the Ekpe traditional dance.
It is across the national territory. Here in Douala, in the littoral region, shops are already flooded with Christmas gifts such as dolls and other toys. Our reporter Lucy Liengo is here, made a stop over at some big supermarkets in the city of Douala and now presents to us most of the toys present at those marketplaces. Her reports.
In order to satisfy the demand of children during this festive period, parents can be seen in markets, supermarkets in the city of Douala buying toys for their kids. Toys of all kinds and all ages are available. A new toy like Robot Intelligentsia is one most loved by this child. As he urges his parents to buy for him. According to the little boy's father, he has bought some already. He adds that he had to get 2 categories for his son: educative and others for leisure, like cars, games of all sorts, and equally societal games. Other toys like airplanes, dolls, guitars, pianos can be seen in the market. While some parents say they buy in anticipation of what their kids will become in future.
I took this because I believe that if a child starts growing up with the idea of what she will be in future, is really necessary. Like this one is for doctors. I'll be training her in the house how to use it in order for her to get acquainted to this.
Amongst these toys, we also have some which aid in developing the memory of kids with abnormalities.
Si c'est comme ça, l'enfant va chercher à mettre ça à sa place. En cherchant la direction, ça développe sa mémoire.
Toys in kitchen utensils, scribbles, fruits, alphabets, numbers can also be seen in the market.
And just to let you know, viewers, that the governors of the 10 regions of Cameroon are meeting in the nation's political capital Yaoundé to give reports or account of what has been happening in the various regions of the country. We'll be coming back to that in our subsequent news editions, plus the Africa-US Summit, which begins tomorrow in Washington, D.C., and in attendance is the president of Cameroon, President Paul Biya. Also, we will be coming back to them at 8 p.m. That will be in French and in our subsequent editions of the news. Thank you, viewers, for always according us your time every 6 p.m. Stay with us on Equinoxe Television. Bye-bye for now.